Welcome back, everyone. And today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Sacred Beast. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first off with the monsters, I run 1 Rival Lord of Phantasms Simmering Scraper. This is kind of like a hand trap for the deck. I want around 2 Rival Lord of Phantasms. Raviel has a effect where each time your opponent normal summons a monster, special summon 1 Phantasm token. Then you contribute 1 monster. This card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's original attack until the end of the turn. So, one thing I like the Sacred Beasts, especially like the mainly the 3 big boss monsters. They aren't that great, but they're big beat sticks that you can easily get into. Next, I run 2 Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder, as well as 1 Uria. The only reason I run Uria is mainly due to the fusion, which is actually pretty good. Uria itself is not that great, but the fusion is. And while these cards right here may not be the best, the support is actually really good, which makes it a lot more consistent. Next, I run 3 Dark Beckoning Beasts. Dark Beckoning Beasts, when it's normal summon, you can add one of the Sacred Beasts from your deck to your hand, or 1 card that specifically lists any of those cards in its text. It also gives you an extra normal summon of a Fiend monster, so that's pretty good. It's one of the core cards. Next, I run 3 Chaos Summoning Beasts. Chaos Summoning Beasts, essentially you contribute it to special summon one of the big Sacred Beasts from your hand, as well as you can banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 Fallen Paradise field spell from deck to hand, which the field spell is really good because it's Pot of Greed. Next, I run 2 Dark Summoning Beasts. Dark Summoning Beasts contributes to special summon one of the big Sacred Beasts from your deck, hand or deck, and you can banish this card from your graveyard to add it too. I also run 1 Phantom of Chaos. This card can essentially become an extra copy of like any Sacred Beast card or stuff like that. So it's definitely a really useful card, but it's only one of them in my opinion. Now lastly, the last monster I run 1 Phantom Sky Blaster. I run this in case I wind up in a situation to where I cannot special summon any of the Sacred Beasts from hand, and I either have to do it with their original effects, which is tribute 3 Fiend monsters or something like that. Next, I run 3 Fallen Paradise. This is a absolutely fantastic field spell. Once I was reading it, I was just in shock of how good this was. I'm like, wait a second, does it really say that there's got to be some restrictions? And then I'm like, no, there is no restrictions. Like, that's just a good field spell. First thing is, your opponent cannot target Uria, Hammond, or Raviel, or the fusion monster with card effects, and they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so it gives them protection. And if you control one of those, now you can just draw 2 cards. Control one of these 3, instant +2. So yeah, that's a really good field spell. Next, I run 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates. This is one of your searchers, and also you can discard 1 card to the graveyard to special. You can discard 1 card, special summon 1 Fiend monster with 0 attack from your graveyard, and if you control a level 10 monster, you can add 1 continuous spell and trap from your graveyard to your hand. I also run 3 Cerulean Skyfire. 2 Cerulean Skyfire. I originally had it at 3, but I dropped it down to 2 for another card. Cerulean Skyfire allows, if you already special summon Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder, using its original summoning condition, It allows you to use face down spells. You can also use face down spells as well as the face up spells you control. And then, well, that effect I don't really care about. It's more or less the second effect, which is if you control Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, you can negate any spell trap effects activated by your opponent. Twin Twister, got you covered. Evenly Match, got you covered. Impermanence, got you covered. So this is not a once per turn right here. So you can just negate any. Like it says right there, you can negate any spell trap effect activated by your opponent. Then change Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder you control to defense position. So yeah, this is a really good card for your spell and trap negations. Like good if you want to protect your field spell. Now next, the draw power. I run a lot of it. I run 3 Pot of Extravagance. Sadly, I do not have this card yet. Once maybe a tournament start back up, I will get my playset of Pot of Extravagance. But until then, I'm not spending $40 on a card that I may not even use in an actual tournament. I also run 2 Pot of Desires, as well as 3 Allure of Darkness. So a lot of draw power on top of the field spell. So all these cards are +2s. So yeah, we got a lot of draw power in this deck. Lastly, for the field spells, 1 for 1, 1 Foolish Burial. Now for traps, I run 3 Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. This gains different effects depending on how much of Uria, Hammond, and Raviol you control. If you control 1, each time your opponent rolls special summons a monster, gain life points equal to attack. Isaiah No 2, negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls. And 3, any monster sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. So if you have all 3 Sacred Beasts, this is essentially is it Macrocosmos? No, it's Dimensional Fissure. So yeah, pretty good. And next, since sometimes you aren't going to be doing a whole lot of summoning, I run 3 Summon Limit as like a floodgate. Now for the extra deck, I run 3 of the Armital Chaos Phantasm. Now some people want to run like 1 or 2, but then again, I'm running Pot of Extravagance. And this is like probably the only card that I do not want to get banished, so I want to max it out in case I accidentally do kind of banish one off of Extravagance. I also run 3 Salamangreat Great Almirage, 3 Lean Karibo, Access Code, Nightmare Phoenix, Barricade Board Blocker, 3 Predaplant Verte Anaconda, sadly a card I also do not have, and lastly 1 XYZ Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gust Up Max. So yep, that's my deck profile of my Sacred Beasts. So let me know what deck profile you'd like to see me do in the comments. At the end of each month, I will select one. I will randomly select one deck of your guys' choosing to do a deck profile on. So I'll see you in the next video I make.